It's a strange collision when you really think about it. I mean, on one hand, you have the fencing industry,
Right.
heavy materials, physical labor, digging post holes. And on the other, you have the absolute bleeding edge of generative AI.
Two worlds you would never think to put together.
Exactly. But according to the materials we're looking at today from Samyak Online, that overlap is, well, it's basically the future of local business marketing.
It really is. We're doing a deep dive today into AI and LLM SEO for fence installation services.
Yeah.
And the mission here is pretty clear.
Yeah.
We need to understand this shift from just, traditional Google searches to what's now being called generative engine optimization, or GEO.
And the fencing industry is our guinea pig for this whole idea. But before we get into all that, we have to deal with this alphabet soup in the documents.
Uh-huh.
I'm seeing AI SEO, LLM SEO, AEO. I mean, it kind of feels like marketing buzzwords, but there's a real functional difference here.
Right. There is, and it's a huge one. Traditional SEO was all about keywords. It was about getting your website to rank in that list of 10 blue links.
Sure, page one.
Right. But this new model, answer engine optimization, or AEO, is totally different. It's about optimizing for large language models.
So for ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini.
Exactly. When a homeowner asks one of those for a recommendation, they don't want a list of websites to go research. They just want an answer.
Right, they want the answer
Yeah.
handed to them. And the source material makes this really critical distinction. It says traditional SEO is about getting visibility in a list, but AI SEO is about becoming the single source of truth that the AI chooses to recommend.
And if that algorithm doesn't trust you, you don't just drop to page 2. You, for all intents and purposes, disappear.
Which is terrifying for a business owner.
Absolutely. And that brings us to why fencing is such a perfect case study for this.
Because it's a high-trust purchase.
It's a very high-trust, high-intent purchase. You're not impulse buying a security fence, It involves property values, safety, local laws.
Yeah, the documents even highlight different segments, like residential privacy fences versus commercial security fencing. The stakes are totally different.
Completely. And the AI has to know that difference. This is where intent-driven strategies come in. If I search for fence installation, the AI needs to figure out, am I a homeowner looking for something that looks nice?
Or a warehouse manager who needs barbed wire.
Precisely. And that's where things get technical.
This is the schema markup and semantic SEO part from the source material, right?
You got it. It's basically about structuring your website's data so it speaks the robot's language. You're explicitly tagging everything.
So materials, your service area, local regulations, you're basically creating a detailed profile of your business for the machine.
You're teaching the AI that your company is the authority on, say, vinyl privacy fencing in this specific zip code.
But that sounds incredibly time-consuming, really tedious work.
It is, and that's the bottleneck, where a company like Samyak Online makes its case. They're an offshore partner with, over 20 years of experience in this space.
Operating in the US, UK, Australia.
Right, and their whole pitch is about offering scalability to local contractors, guys who are great at building fences, but not at coding schema.
And there's some evidence of success in the notes. I saw a quote from a client, Shem Nakak, who called the on-page SEO work tedious.
That's the word.
But he said outsourcing it to Samyak is what moved his website scores into the green zone.
And that word tedious is doing a lot of work there. Because in this new AI era, that boring structured data is exactly what builds authority. We also saw a note from Becca Hansen focusing on their timeliness.
Which, in construction, is everything. Time is money. If you're stuck trying to figure out why you're not showing up on Copilot, you're not outbidding on jobs.
And this all ties back to that concept we see in the research, EEA.
Experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness.
Yeah. The AI is literally using those as metrics to verify if your business is legit.
So Samyak's strategy is basically to make sure all those digital signals reviews, your address, your services are all flashing green so the AI feels confident recommending you. It's just wild that trust is now a calculation.
It is. Visibility isn't just about having a website anymore. It's about being AI ready. If you aren't optimized for the answer engine, you're becoming invisible.
It definitely changes how you think about local search, but it leaves us with a kind of a provocative thought, I think. As we lean more into GEO and optimizing for these AI models, are we getting to a point where we're designing the web more for the algorithms than for the actual people reading it?
That is the tension, isn't it? That's what we're all going to have to navigate.
Something to think about next time you ask a chatbot for a recommendation. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.